I got a question. I got a question for y'all. And I need y'all to answer me this. Please answer me this in the comment section. Is Arsenal the team to beat? Is Arsenal the team to beat right now? For the past couple seasons, it's been Manchester City and Liverpool. No more. No more. Because Man City right now is in an era of transitioning, right? Players, they're transitioning from former players to new players, and they are transitioning from former coach to a new coach. Pep Guardiola is gone. Here comes his younger clone, Enzo Maresca, another ball-headed guy. It is like this Premier League. It seems like it's gonna be a one-team race, man. This is how this Premier League might be looking. Because I'm watching the game, and in my mind, I'm saying, bro, is Arsenal making Man City look bad, or is Man City just bad? I'm literally trying to wonder. I am trying to understand what it is. Because that performance I saw from Arsenal kind of is an absolute cinema. That is a 9.5 out of 10 rating, bro. That is an amazing display I saw from Arsenal, bro. Yes, they did not dominate ball possessions. When you look at the stats, you guys would think that the game is 50-50, right? But every football fan knows this. When you score 3 goals and you keep a clean sheet, doesn't matter what the stats say. The fact is, one team dominated. The team dominated the game, and that's what it was. Arsenal walking away, winning the Community Shield with scoring 3 goals and keeping a clean sheet. That is just straight up impressive, man. What's up, guys? This is a Hash Black here. I'm here to talk. This is my match reaction to Arsenal versus Manchester City. And I do want to break it down a little bit, tell you guys how I felt about the game, and tell you what I think was a tactical setup and how what I think went wrong from both teams, to be honest, right? Welcome. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy and understand what I'm trying to say. Now, let's just get back to the begin. Let's just go back to the beginning of the game, right? Arsenal came out here with a 4-3-3 formation, and Manchester City came out here with a 4-2-3-1 formation. This game was not in the Wembley Stadium. This game was not in either of the homes. I think this game was in Cardiff, right, which is a city in Wales. So, and if you guys keep in mind, right, Arsenal is used to playing in Cardiff. They've played the FA Cup, they've played the Community Shield finals in Cardiff, and they have actually lifted the trophy and won in Cardiff, and they have done it again. So Arsenal fans, right, who's knowledgeable about this is not new to this, not foreign to this information. So just want to put that out there, right? Manchester City, they came out here with a 4-2-3-1 formation, which is, is going to be very interesting because now we're looking at a Man City team without Bernardo Silva and Rodri, who are two, elite, world class, elite experienced players that offers a lot of intangibles that allows Man City to be able to win the game easily or dominate the game. And now those intangibles are gone because the players, right, are gone. And it's not easy to replace those guys, right? Man City had a midfield of Elliot Henderson, Mateo Kovacic, and Phil Foden, and Arsenal had a midfield of Bruno Guimaraes, Lewis Skelly, and Martin Odegaard. And I will tell you guys this: that I feel like Arsenal midfield won. If you tell me which midfield won in this game, I will tell you that Arsenal midfield won, man. Lewis Skelly came out here with the assist, Martin Odegaard scoring in the second half. But I have to say, bro, it was very, very impressive from what I saw from the midfield of Arsenal, right? Declan Rice is out; he's injured, so he was not going to be able to play. In he was not going. Well, I mean, he did come on in the second half, but let's just say that Declan Rice is not that healthy. So obviously Bruno G started, and I think Bruno G was nice. First minute of the game, Carlo Fiori scored. What a with a nice assist from Lewis Skelly, bro. Arsenal already scoring the game, literally trying to dictate the game, trying to control the game, right? Came out here with a 4-3-3 formation where they are actually trying to play high intensity football, trying to press, right? We're also allowing Lewis Skelly to be able to transition the transition fluidly from the central midfield while also helping with with fullback duties. So that is very, very interesting, right? They locked down the right wing. Zolis, Lewis Skelly, and Calafiori, when it comes to the defense, those guys are gonna be a problem. Those guys are going to be a problem because there was nothing Semenyo could do. Semenyo could not do much, and Akushinov can't even come up to overlap. Literally nothing that they could do. They had no trouble to give the ball to the left side where Jeremy Doku would be at because Madueke doesn't track back and help with the defense as much as Zolis does on the right wing, on his wing. So it was very, very interesting to see how Arsenal's setup was, right? And I'll be honest with you guys, right? Even though Manchester City had the ball possession, they had a 59% ball possession, while Arsenal had a 41% ball possession. It did not mean much. And that's the problem with Enzo Maresca ball. You dominate ball possession, but you're not putting the ball in the net. You're not looking dangerous. Of course, there was a couple opportunities and a couple chances that Man City had, but it wasn't as, you know, big chances as Arsenal. Arsenal had four big chances. They converted three. Let that sink in. Four big chances. They converted three. So this lets you know how crazy to me it was when Man City is out here trying to have the ball possession, but you're not doing it much. I think Phil Foden was trying to do something with Ellen Haaland, trying to cross the ball in. And unfortunately, there was clearly a little bit of miscommunication because Haaland could not get his head to the ball. His head game was lacking. I'm going to be honest. Ellen Haaland's head game was lacking, bro, because Phil Foden was crossing the ball in and he could not put his head to the ball. And I feel like this is one of those cases where you actually expect, Man City to find a way to immediately equalize or try to find a way to do something before Arsenal scores the second goal. In the 28th minute, Kai Havertz scoring in the Champions League finals last season, scoring in the Community Shield final again, bro. Came out here, bang, go. And it was a lovely assist from Zolis. Zolis had the ball, headed the ball over to Kai Havertz, and Kai Havertz just had to shoot it in, and there you go. And I feel like I know that everyone is going to be praising the goal scorers, but this new winger for Arsenal, Zolis, he is going to be an amazing player for Arsenal. He is going to be phenomenal, bro. This guy is going to be a problem. And honestly, I know that they're gonna Arsenal fans will still want Vinicius Jr. No, no doubt about that, man. Vinicius Jr. will be 10 times the player Zolis is. But Vinicius, if you guys had Vinicius Jr., you would not be able to lock down the left wing, the right wing that Semenyo was playing on. Arsenal would not be able to lock down Semenyo, would not be able to lock down that flank because Zolis is tracking back to double up on Semenyo with Calafiori. And that makes Calafiori's job so much easy. Yes, now Lou Skelly don't have to move from the central midfield to help to pair up with Calafiori because he is now in the midfield locking it down alongside Bruno G. That is just amazing. That is an amazing thing that Arsenal will get from Zolis, man. This guy is going forward to help, to have an assist, to have opportunities to score, right? To get to crash into the box if needed, while also willing to track back to pair up with Carlo Fiori to help Lewis Skelly, right? To lock down the flank and make sure there's no any chance of goal scoring opportunities happening on that flank right there. That is an amazing addition by Arsenal, man. This Zolis guy will be huge. And keep in mind, he has two assists. One assist to Kai Havertz and one assist to Odegaard, man. This guy is going to be a problem for Arsenal. I am I'm looking so much forward to this player, man. I'm really looking forward to this guy. Now, Um, this is going to be very, very interesting, right? I do feel like I don't know what to say because in my mind I kept on thinking, is Arsenal making Man City bad or Man City just looks bad? Because I feel like people have to understand that this is a transition, right? We are seeing a rebuild of Manchester City, a rebuild of a new coach and rebuild of new players coming in. Rodri did not play. So clearly Rodri is leaving. Does that mean Enzo Fernandez is coming in? And if Enzo Fernandez is coming, is Enzo Fernandez going to be able to fix Manchester City? This is going to be very interesting, and I cannot wait to go do a live stream talking about Arsenal and talking about Man City. But overall, this is what I have to say about this game. This was a one-sided domination from Arsenal. I think Arsenal is the team to beat right now. Even though Man City had opportunities to score, David Raya was phenomenal. The defense of Arsenal was still there despite not having William Saliba and Timber. This Arsenal team is 10 out of 10 in every department. When you're talking about goalkeeping, when you're talking about defense, when you're talking about midfield, when you're talking about the offense, 10 out of 10 in every department. They have depth and they got qualities, man. Amazing, bro. Like at this point, I'm just like, what does Arsenal need? Does Arsenal need maybe Arsenal just need another left winger? I mean, they have Martinelli, but I don't know. Maybe just another left winger, and perhaps that is just it. Because the goals is just going to be coming everywhere for Arsenal. That's just a thing. It's not a one man team that's going to be leading in terms of goal scoring. That's just how it's going to be looking for Arsenal. But overall, congratulations to Arsenal fans for winning the Community Shield. The trophy might not mean big, but a trophy winning a trophy like this is gonna build inspiration and it's gonna send a message to the Premier League teams. And that's exactly what Arsenal just did, man. Appreciate you guys. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Appreciate y'all.